survival is actually not as sexy.
Oh, bloody hell.
It's not as sexy as people think it is.
I've mauled my root.
It's digging in the dirt.
With a stick.
And not jumping off cliffs.
Yeah.
Or doing backflips.
Okay, there it is. I'm on it now. This is kind of twisty.
What do we got going on here, Alan? What are you digging up?
Digging up burdock.
Check it.
This leaf.
It's both a medicine and a food. In the herbal world, it's called an alternative and a lymphatic. So it's really good at cleaning out the lymph system.
What I'm doing is I'm digging to expose the root, which I found right there. So it's kind of an excavation. I want to remove the dirt, but I want to keep the root intact. And that's why
I, on the other hand, if we can find Sam's. Let's see where. Do you see it? I dug my burdock. Here it is, right next to my unsheathed knife that I threw on the ground. Here's it. You can shave off kind of this outer dirty layer. You can eat this raw.
Did you chew on it?
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
No.
It's crazy good.
It's kind of
compared to other, wild edibles.
I'm trying to think of like what it tastes like. Kind of has a texture of like maybe a woody potato.
Well, yeah, it's kind of carrot-esque.
Yeah.
I think, in my mind. But you can boil it. You can. What else were you saying, Lucas, about these?
You can eat it raw. You can boil it. Sometimes it's nice if it's shredded and cut up.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. Is the thing. A lot of these aren't good, in my opinion. I'm pretty picky about.
Yeah. The Japanese actually grow it as like a garden staple. You can find it in Japanese markets. Basically.
Did you just say you were picky about food? Dances with Rat.
Let's get this reaction here.
Dances with Rat is picky.
We've been searching and searching for rodents around here to eat, but all we can find is the bloody burdock.
Flipping burdock, eh?
Let's go dinner. Burdock in our own urine.
It's delicious. Any thoughts?
Well, it isn't something that's high calorie.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're putting in a lot of time and energy to dig these. But we're really just kind of playing with the idea of what is this, what does it taste like, and just knowing that it is available.
This is why you capture enemy personnel and you make them dig up the food.
Right?
And then you use this to season the enemy after you slaughter them.
Nice.
Use this as like a surf and turf, throw a fish in there.
You got a lot going on down there, Alan.
Take a look
now I'm
at
talking about your burdock.
Take a look at Alan's digging stick, because there's a lot of things that live underground, or like plants underground that we want to dig. Roots and tubers.
It has a gentle curve.
Yep.
And it's flat, and it's got a pretty pronounced edge. It almost feels knife-like.
Now your curve is at exactly a 27-degree angle. How vital is that angle?
It's a 27.36 angle.
Okay.
I arrived at that after years of diligent study. But you can see when I put the stick in the ground and then do that prying effect, it just pulls up so much dirt.
Yeah.
And he spent maybe 2 minutes creating that stick, so it's something that he can just grab out here and go.
Easy tool.
And you know that he's taking his time digging this out. These are plants that, if you try pulling on them, they're going to break, and you're just going to lose all that energy.
This could also be used as a throwing stick.
Absolutely.
Use this to throw and hit small game, or use it to baton with.
Yep. Or if you have an animal in a trap, to dispatch it really quickly. Generally, a lot of the indigenous people carry around thumpers. They carry around something that they can just at the back of the head do a swift dispatch. Because if you are taking animals for sustenance, you want to be able to just do a quick dispatch, not have them struggle. Because oftentimes in a trap, they're still alive if it's not a deadfall and they're not crushed right away. If it's a snare, for example. So it's a nice tool to carry around. Did you find a hawk feather?
Alan found it and he stuck it in my pack.
Nice, man.
And he called me some name, I don't know. But we've been talking a lot out here about simple tools to get simple, easy to get foods. So, big stick, rock, that's the go-to tools out here.
Right.
Easy, they don't take effort to create. They don't take time to create like a bow and set of arrows would.
Yep.
They're accurate if you get good at it.
And you just have to have some basic knowledge of the wildlife around you, or I'm sorry, the plant life. You can't You know, if you know what burdock lives like, and it basically grows in most of the United States.
It's all over the place here.
Yeah. And this would be a great thing to add to a fish soup. You get a little bit of that fiber, maybe a little bit of starch.
When you're in a group, that's where you would multitask. You have one person go out and dig roots, you have another go out and set fish traps.
Exactly.
You have another go out and gather something else, and then it all comes together. Well, this taproot...
Eventually you gotta call it, man.
It
Eventually you gotta call it. I'm about to call mine.
really, really goes down.
Yeah, you've got a big one.
See how, I don't know if you can tell that, but by coming down, see here's the actual root, and I'm putting my stick away from it like this and striking, and then I pull toward the root, and it really breaks that up. Then I use my fingers, since they're less invasive, to really feel that root.
Yeah, and you think that it wouldn't be such a big deal. It's just like, well, you can just go in there, but, well, you're
It's
going
starting
to...
to get smaller, so that's telling me something.
Here's mine, and these are nice tender shoots. With burdock, you don't want to generally pick them if they've gone to seed. So this, we've looked at the plants. We've seen no stalk coming out that has gone to seed. If it's gone to seed, it's going to have a seed pod. It's going to have a different look. So these are great. These are great eating burdock.
Do you think the thinner burdock would be better than the thicker one? Yeah.
Now see, there's a secondary root where this splits. See this one here? Going this way. But I can tell it's already getting pretty skinny, so I'm not going to invest a lot of work going after that side root. What I will do is I'll try to liberate as much as I can of it, and I have it there. And now we're free to
do
really move this whole thing around and get it all sides.
Wow. No, that's a nice one.
Yep. That's what they look like in the Japanese markets. When skinning these things,
So if we point it out here, this is the edible portion.
correct.
This little thing.
And if you kind of take a look at what I'm doing with the root that I just picked, you can take your knife and instead of skinning it, which would take a lot of material away, personally I would just wash this, but I don't have water on me right now. But if you do want to clean it, just take your knife at a 90 degree and just go like this.
Yeah.
Personally,
or using the back of the knife too will work.
yeah, especially if you've been cleaning game and you have blood or something on it. And there we go, we got a pretty edible.
Delicioso.
Yum.
Do that.
I think I'm going to cook mine.
You don't even want to try mine?
Well, sure.
Talk him into it, Luke. Lucas just has a way of talking people into things, you know.
Tastes like absolutely nothing. It has no flavor.
No, it doesn't.
Completely bland.
Really? I thought mine was like really good. Like carrot-esque.
I mean, I can get a little sweet from
Maybe it's a carrot like if you were dumpster diving
it. Yeah.
and it was like a really old carrot that had something else thrown on top of it.
Kind of a flaccid,
Yeah.
fibrous carrot.
A little bit of cabbage.
Yeah, it does kind of have the cabbage thing.
But completely agreeable. Nothing that you'd taste and
Now
you'd be
see,
like,
look, here the root turns again. So there's these little side roots, or is that something crossing the path?
could be a root.
No, it's crossing. Yeah, that's something else.
That's a good one you picked.
That's something intersecting with the trail here.
So eventually, sometimes you have to just pull it. But man, they don't want to give. You'll probably just break it at the.
Yeah, I can tell it's getting noticeably smaller. So at some point, it's going to snap here in a minute. That shape is critical. Having that curve, get down in the wall of the hole at this angle, and then you're just levering. It's a levering action.
And you see he's being patient with it. He's going to be able to get more food.
You can't rush it. It takes a bit of finesse.
Attention to detail.
Take your fingers and you're actually massaging the root out of the ground.
Find the pressure points.
Giving it a massage.
Massage.
Wait for the body language to
Wait
say.
for it.
Ooh. Ooh.
Listen to the breathing of the plant.
Being grateful.
Did you get anything there? Was there a heartbeat to the?
Oh yeah. This is a great root.
Trepidation.